Knowing this will make your whole life in investing in commercial real estate 10 times easier. This is the fundamentals of really understanding what to invest in that fits your goals and desires, make the most amount of money as fast as possible in commercial real estate. My team's done $1.6 billion transactions over the past few years, and I see so much misconception about what classes are out there and why to invest in each one of them. So I'm going to break down for you today the three main classes and technically the fourth one people use as well, but mostly the big three. Number one is Class A. Class A is what it sounds. It is the A plus property. And all of these classes as well, before I get too deep into this, they all have a plus, open, and minus. So when you look at A classes, or D classes, or C classes, and B classes, you will see a range. A plus classes are the brand new places that was built recently. So, brand new, normally luxury. The biggest thing is be brand new. It's going to be the biggest thing you have there. You have stable, and more often than not, somewhat stabilized. Now, sometimes when you do invest in Class A, they just built it and like, hey, I'm gonna sell it to you, all ready to go, do you want it or not? And that could be unstabilized. But it gives you the opportunity to have some spread there. So like, don't just think that only Class B and Class C has value add. Because value add is filling property. If it is storage units, multifamily, office spaces, and you buy it before it is, producing income, you can get below market value because you say, hey, I'm taking a risk here to do this. Now, on that note as well, I love negotiations, and I think it's super powerful to have terms in your favor. You can also say, hey, I will only close on this property if we can fill it before we close. Meaning, I find tenants beforehand and I pre-lease them out. And that way you'll buy an asset that makes you money day one and reduces your stress. Now, you only do those, though, if people on the other side won't negotiate on the price because they sell for too low, they lose money. Now, the kinds of people who invest in these Class A's are normally iBuyers, institutional buyers, family offices, and, long-term holders. These are the biggest ones because people who are institutional buyers, especially family offices, their main goal is to just put the money to work for them that beats inflation and helps them have a new bank per se. They hold these properties for 5, 10, 20 years or longer, definitely 20 plus years actually, set at the minimum standard for most of these family offices, clients we have, because they just know it's going to appreciate over time. It's super stable, super safe. There's no deferred maintenance. It is a really strong investment on that front. So when you look at these, that's what you're going to see first. You're Class A. Again, Class A are powerful classes. Normally, cap rates are super low because there's not much to do for them. And buying that big discount means it's probably vacant, which is the value add there. Now, Class B, and same for that plus or minus sector there, is going to be properties that are not terrible, they're not brand new, they're not super luxury more often than not, and they have value to be given to them. Normally there's some deferred maintenance, probably, 10, 5 plus years old. Nothing too crazy though. This is the value of this class here. So, not brand new, stable, and then light value add. Think places that are multifamily that need to have new interiors. The carpet is there, maybe it has pop-up ceilings for some reason. Who knows why, but it does. Or maybe just the outside can be painted up, touched up, the landscaping can be upgraded, better management as well. So, value Class B could be operational or also just be, CapEx. Normally, you want to find CapEx properties that light touch you can do to make it a B plus, maybe an A if you can do a really good job. More often than not, the spectrum there. Now, B people, those are the people who try to find ways to have a somewhat stable, asset that allows them to really create equity, create cash flow with little risk. Now, obviously, of all the risk factors, A is least risky. B, people who want to force equity or cash flow. This is why they're buying that for that one main reason. They know if I buy Class B, it's in a safe area more often than not. It allows you to have really good returns without having to do too much stress and also not overpay for Class A. And then the last one that most commercial brokers like myself will reference are going to be the Class C. And again, plus, 0, minus is the same spectrum there. Class C is what sounds going to be the worst of the property. These places are going to look like they have a lot going on, a lot of things wrong with them, and so forth. And we're going to make sure we have a good standpoint to make sure we're controlled and have not a lot of risk going on. So Class C is going to be normally places is kind of falling apart. Most people will even say Class D is the spectrum too. I would say a C minus, but these places here are going to look like there is holes in the wall, there is bad area, they are way below on management, they have a lot of things going wrong with the property. You can probably imagine what a Class C looks like. The place is falling apart, and you can get the best cap rate on this because a lot of problems still. So you're buying it for the returns and the value you can create on this. So, falling apart, we have bad ops, bad CapEx, all these things. So why it happens, and people are here, it's not what you think. Most people think that Class C are for new investors, and actually think it's incorrect. Most new investors should probably stick to Class B to get their feet wet and have something that's not super risky. Normally, these people here are aggressive investors who have tons of experience and they know how to operate on an asset class. Now again, I said this before, I'll say this again. When it comes to classes, you really understand what you're investing in. If you're buying a multifamily property, you have no clue how to do it, you're going to have a hard time doing that. If it's storage units, you know storage units, you'll probably have an easy time doing that. So you really make sure when you're looking at classes, what is the end goal? Are you trying to find cash flow? Are you trying to find forced equity? You want safety? You want risk mitigation? What is the ultimate goal that you have in mind? When you know that, it helps you pick which one is to go into. Now, this is going to be the fundamentals for you of making safe investments, having good returns without any hiccups. Now, of course, over here, a whole that breaks down the A to Z on investing in commercial real estate, what to look for, what not to look for, so much more, because this is our basis. When you understand this, your life becomes way easier. Again, my team has done $1.6 billion transactions over the past few years, and you want extra help support from me directly, and we hope you save these 5 or 6 figures in your next investment, and we do all the hard work for you. From sourcing deals, underwriting transactions, the whole 9 yards, picking the classes for you and everything else, make sure you have the best returns on your next investment. If that sounds good to you, down below, link in the description, call me directly. I'll walk you through the whole entire process, help you make more money safely in your next investment. But as always, thanks for watching, and down below in the comment section, let me know what asset class you like the most. Is it A, B, and C, and why? I am super big on Class Bs. I think it's a really safe way to kind of have the cake and the cherry. You're able to maximize and kind of have a safe investment, but still have the big pros of C's. That's the big risk. Again, Class C's are older properties. A lot of times you'll find stuff that can be a headache for you. Class B is kind of stable and safe. And overall, with me, I like having less risk, less issues, have more upside. As always, thanks for watching. Have the best to get. I'll see you at the top and thanks for being here.